Anna.
Could you do me a favour? I need my passport application signing. My father seems to do everyone else's, but he can't do mine.
I'd be glad to.
You're going somewhere nice?
A week in France with the girl I went to school with. And her family.
Drop the stuff around any time.
I'll do that, thanks. Bye. Come on, Peppermint. Come on.
Bye. She had the French lads falling at her feet.
Lucky girl. They're so romantic, foreigners. Not like Englishmen.
Hey, Chopper! My mum said to give you these eggs. And she said to say thanks.
Thank you.
See ya.
See ya.
Bye.
We've won them round. I knew we would.
We should go and see that, you know.
What?
The local beauty spot.
Oh, leave it to the tourists.
No, people come from miles to see it. It's on our doorstep.
Hark at the intrepid explorer.
What the hell are you doing on my land?
We just want to camp for a couple of days. We're not hurting anyone.
I'm not having any thieving jippos on my land. You can up sticks.
We're not thieves and we're not gypsies. We're circus artists. And we're not hurting your land.
Look, you're in a caravan. You're gypsies. Now get.
I mean, you're not using this land. No crops, no animals. Why should we get?
Look, I told you. Move. Take all your junk, all your bag and baggage with you.
Watch it. And watch where you point that gun.
But don't you back-chat me. Don't! Do you? You're gonna bloody regret you did that.
Leave it, Dad.
Ne meri mek, Milos. Gieri menjeg. Het je nalien kuk
All right,
balele.
we'll go. Take him home before he hurts himself.
It must be here somewhere. Dad made a point of giving it to me.
Oh, here it is, look. Yeah, The Moors on Foot by Arthur Sampson. It was published in 1928. Think it'll still be there?
It's a waterfall, not an ice cream, Nick. There. The Fountain Falls. Well off the beaten track, inaccessible to the horrible menace of the motor car and charabanc, Fountain Falls is one of Yorkshire's loveliest and best-kept secrets.
We should go at the weekend. Take a picnic.
We could walk. It's only 10 miles over the moors.
Walk. Edensfield Police. Yes. Well, how many were there, Mr. Hunter? Gypsies.
Gypsies, Constable. Could mean trouble.
Really?
Well, it's not what they do, it's how people react to them. They bring out all our worst prejudices.
I'll bear that in mind. Down, boy.
What do you want?
There's been a complaint of assault involving a caravan not unlike this and a young man not unlike you.
There was no assault. A man threatened me, so I took his gun away.
You admit it then?
It was self-defense. And he insulted my mother.
What's your name?
Milos Laszlo.
Can I come in?
Maria Laszlo. This is my second son, Jadran.
A farmer reported that a caravan of gypsies trespassed on his land last night.
We are circus people, not gypsies. We wanted somewhere to camp,
Thank you.
but we left his land. What is the problem?
Yeah, all right, you didn't camp on Mr. Hunter's land. What are you doing here?
We can camp here. It is common land. That's my husband, Joseph. He's not well. A cough.
It sounds worse than just a cough. Does he need a doctor? I could get one to call.
No, thank you.
You sure?
We'll be okay.
Well, I'll have to check what you say about common land.
You check. I know this place better than you think.
Hello, love.
Hello?
Hey, there's a family of circus people turned up. Slap bang in the middle of the village. There's some bloke with them coughing his guts up. You don't sound too healthy. Maybe you should take a look at him.
How bad is he?
Oh, I don't know. I didn't see him. They've got him hidden away like he's contagious or something.
I'll call in on my rounds.
When you move in right up close to me, quivers down the backbone. I got the shakes down the knee bone. Yeah, the tremors in the thigh bone, shaking all over. Just the way that you say goodnight to me brings that feeling on inside.
My dog startled you. I'm sorry. Hope you didn't hurt yourself.
I'm fine. It's all right, honestly. The girth broke, otherwise.
I know, I saw.
You're a good rider.
It's my job. I'm Milos Laszlo.
Milos. Anna Collingsworth.
Can I buy you a drink?
I've got to get back.
How about tonight?
All right.
So you don't forget.
Hello, I'm Dr. Rowan. My husband mentioned you had someone ill here.
Your husband?
The policeman.
Your husband is a policeman. The doctor marries the policeman. Te jóisten! Az ember sose tudja, hogy várhat ebben az országban.
Yes, well, hilarious as it may seem, I am the doctor, and if you'd like me to take a quick look at him...
No, it is not possible. There is nothing wrong. Thank you for calling. Good day.
She didn't even let me in the door.
Yeah, well, perhaps she's hiding something.
Sorry to break in, Nick. Kate. It's just there's something the lads would like to talk to you about.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, go on, Jim.
These gypsies. Now, it's not that it's not that we've got anything against them personally, but we want you to move them on.
Well, I can't, I'm afraid. They haven't done anything.
Well, they're trespassing for a start.
No, they're not trespassing. I've checked. That patch is common land.
Look, I've seen this before. You let one of them in today, and tomorrow you've got the whole circus. Screaming kids and dogs and rubbish. And those caravans. Now, even one of them's an eyesore.
Hey, and there's someone sick in there. I saw this bloke looking out at window, white as bloody ghost.
Look, I appreciate your concern, but unless an offence is committed, the police can't take any action.
Never stopped you before, has it?
Yeah, thank you, Claude. I'm sorry, gents. You're going.
The vicar's daughter seems to like gypsies. Mind you, I can't say I blame her. He's absolutely gorgeous.
You're much too old for him.
Evening, all. Pint, please, George. Hello, Anna. We've met before.
Jamie. This is Milos.
Did your father get his gun back?
Yeah. But it took some cleaning, though. You seem quite good at trespassing, don't you?
What do you mean?
We're engaged. Shall we go?
Get rid of them.
They've done nothing wrong, Sarge.
Then find something, lad. Bald tires, bad brakes, bad breath. Anything, just get rid of them.
I can't get rid of them if they haven't committed an offence.
Oh, don't worry. They're probably committing one right now.
I wish you wouldn't listen to this rubbish, Anna. And I wish you'd wipe that muck off your lips.
Oh, Daddy, you're not starting all that again. It's only music.
But it's what it stands for, where it leads to.
Oh, that's stupid.
Is it? You weren't brought up to make an exhibition of yourself in the village pub, flirting with some damn layabout behind your fiancé's back.
You make me sound like a tart.
The way people are talking, you were doing your best to behave like one.
All that happened...
I don't want excuses. I want you to remember who you are, who I am.
And how many times have I had to listen to you preaching tolerance and understanding? There's precious little of it being shown.
If your mother were here now...
You always have to bring Mummy up, don't you? She'd listen to me, she'd understand.
If I can't trust you in your own village, how can I trust you when you go to France?
At least there'll be none of your precious parishioners there to see me disgracing the family name.
Though they all knew, but it's too late to say you're sorry. How would I know? Why should I care? Please don't bother trying to find her. She's not there. Well, let me tell you about the way she looked, the way she acted, the trial. Always was something good.
Hi, Anna.
You're with my fiancée again.
We're shopping.
I thought I made it clear last night.
Maybe she feels like a change.
Stay away from her.
Maybe she doesn't like you anymore.
Jamie, stop it.
I'm gonna kick your ass, Jippo.
Like before. You better get your shotgun.
Hey, what are you doing? Look at all my stuff. Get down. Get yourselves out of here if you want to fight. Stop it! Stop it!
What's up? Oi, hey, come on, leave it. That's enough. Oi, hey.
Hey, look at that! You little devils! The dog! Look at the bloody dog!
I didn't start it.
Well, I'm not so sure of that. Your presence certainly caused it. Now, it's just possible I can smooth things over with the shopkeeper. If, and only if, you pay for half of what was damaged. Otherwise, you'll end up in court.
All right, he agrees.
Yet there's one more thing, Mrs. Laszlo. I think you should allow my wife to look at your husband, and then you're moving out of Aidensfield.
Do you wonder what words are hovering on my lips, Rowan?
I told you so.
Do you propose to do something then? Or are they going to burn Aidensfield round your ears first?
They are paying for what was damaged, Sergeant.
And the little matters of disturbing the peace, theft, assault.
I don't think we should press charges.
Ventris?
Yes, Sarge.
Have I still got ears on the side of my head?
An assault charge would be difficult to prove. Jamie Hunter provoked him. They're moving out of Aidensfield.
You'd best be right. Because the sooner they've gone, the better.
Why don't you move her on in my direction, Nick?
This is my husband, Josef Laszlo.
You having trouble breathing? Are you coughing up anything? Blood?
They won't get far doing that, lad.
I know he is ill.
But he's seriously ill, Mrs. Laszlo. I need to get him to hospital immediately.
No. He has been in hospital. In York. When the circus was there. Hospital was a shit. They took him out. They were going to cut him up.
So you know what's wrong with him?
Cancer. Cancer of the lung. They wanted to remove one lung. But they said the other was gone too. What is the point?
Look, we can't do anything for him here. Please let me take him back in.
You can't do anything for him anywhere. He's dying. A month. Not much more. He's come home to die.
Home?
Here. Aidensfield is home.
Come on, Alfred. Come on, my son. Hey, what's that? Hey, this isn't what it looks like, you know.
I bet it is.
It's all right. I saw where you hid your snares back there. I wanted to meet you. Your name's Greengrass, isn't it?
Who are you, then?
There we go. 110 and accessories as requested.
Aye. She's a bit of all right.
Vicar's daughter, mate. Join the queue.
So Joe Whittle's come back. Must be over 30 years since the Upton left. Bewitched by a woman with black eyes. Follow the one you love, eh? And now he's come home.
To die.
How long's he got?
York say a month at the outside. If they could operate, then longer.
And you'd like him back in hospital?
Of course. We can't look after him here. You knew him, Alex. Could you talk to him? Persuade him it's in his best interests?
Well, I'll see what I can do, Kate.
Nick!
Yeah, look at this. Can forget picnics. We're going to do this properly.
What's all this?
Now, what do you think it is, Kate? Now, we're going to get up at first light, walk to the falls, and then camp under the stars. Hello, Doctor.
Hello, Nick.
What's wrong?
The man in the caravan. He's got cancer. He discharged himself from York General against doctor's orders, and he's come here to die.
Why here?
He's from Aidensfield. His name's Whittle. He's come home.
Kate wants me to persuade him to go back to hospital.
I think I better come with you. Where's Milosh?
He's gone for a walk. His father is dying. He knows. He wants to explore this place, then come and tell his father all he has seen. He is his eyes and ears now.
We'll try not to disturb you again, Mrs. Lasser.
Don't you think he should go back into hospital?
Why? What can he get there he can't get here? No one can force him into an operation he doesn't want. Would it really do him much good?
It'd keep him alive.
Yes, but for how long? A few months, another year? Is it worth all the pain and indignity? At least here he's with the people he loves and who love him.
But we can't just stand back and let him die.
Kate, listen to Mother Nature talking. She's saying it's time for Joe to go. Right now she's talking to me, saying it's bloody cold out here, so with your permission I'll say good night.
Good night. Hang on.
Nick, been a theft at Hunter's farm. Blayton's on warpath. Anyway, said you know culprit. So, come on, lad. Get dressed.
I warned you, Constable. Look what's happened.
But we don't know who did it, sir. Was the toolbox the only thing taken, Jamie?
I think so.
And where was it kept?
In the boot.
Come in. Hello, hello. I'm sorry, Dr. Wren. Would you sign these forms again?
What happened to the ones I signed before?
A bit of an accident. My father ripped them up.
What?
He thinks he can stop me going to France, but he can't.
Why would he want to stop you going?
Because he's a stupid old man. This business with Jamie and Milos.
Oh, he'll be worried about you. I'm sure that's all it is.
Worried about me? He thinks I'm a disappointment to him, a disgrace to my mother's memory. He just wants me married off to Jamie and out of his hair.
He wants what's best for you. And Jamie's a nice boy.
Oh, I know. A good catch.
You sound like you don't think so.
I just wish people would get off my back and let me lead my own life.
I said I was out walking.
On your own?
Yeah.
Did you go to the Hunter's farm?
I don't even know where that is.
You know exactly where it is.
Nick, found this in the truck.
Do you have plans to join these jippos, Rowan? Because your police work is becoming distinctly suspect where they're concerned.
It's too easy, though, Sarge. The toolbox left lying exactly where we're supposed to find it.
The facts point to this lad sitting in here, and I'm going to get the truth out of him. Shall I come back another time?
What are you looking for?
Well, yeah, you've not changed much.
Oh! Ah! You had hair!
You've not changed at all, have you?
Come on in. Joe will be glad to see you.
Is he all right?
He'll be glad you came.
I still stick to the old rule, you know. Never be greedy, just take enough to keep myself fed.
From look at belly on thee, that's more than enough. Oh, wherever we stop by, Milos can find enough food for the pot. But he's not a thief, Claude.
Oh, no. Police round here can't see any further than the end of the noses, though, can they? They find the stuff here, they just reckon it's got to be him.
But it weren't. It weren't him.
Oh, well, don't you worry, because they can't prove it, no matter what they think.
I'll ask again. Where were you last night?
I've said walking.
Where?
About.
With anyone? What time did you get back to your caravan? How did this toolbox come to be in your truck?
Magic.
Have you got a grudge against Jamie Hunter?
No.
Because of Anna Collingsworth, are you sure?
Yeah.
Does she know where you were last night?
Watch him. Obstinate little sod.
Aye. Well, this feud over the girl gives him the perfect motive. Charge him, Rowan. Larceny and malicious damage.
Sergeant, after we've charged him, I think we should let him go home.
Oh?
Yeah, well, his father's dying of cancer. He should be with him.
And the next thing you know, they'll be up and off to Ireland.
I don't think so, Sarge.
All right, Rowan. Release him on bail, but make sure that caravan stays exactly where it is.
Yes, Sarge.
First they have to go, now they have to stay.
Anna!
Would you please come home, Anna?
Why?
You know why. What's that round your neck?
A handkerchief. Milos gave it to me.
Milos Laszlo. How'd you do?
Stop pretending he doesn't exist.
You are engaged to be married. You're acting like a tramp.
We're only talking. Shut it. You should be in jail.
Come on, Anna.
Bye, Anna. I enjoyed our walk.
Gents. Usual, please, George.
There's a sick man in that caravan, isn't there?
Possibly.
Not just sick, dying. Why isn't he in hospital then, eh? That's what we want to know.
What if he's got something contagious then?
He hasn't. He's got cancer. There's not the remotest chance of anyone else being infected.
Yeah. Well, it's not right, is it? Someone coming here and dying.
Now then, lads.
They should have been moved on when we said, Bill's right. They're diseased. We don't want bloody diseased jippos dying here.
I'm not drinking with a bunch of narrow-minded, beer-swilling bigots. The only thing that stops me slapping your pig-ugly faces, I wouldn't want to dirty my hands with it. Why don't you all get back to the Middle Ages and find a witch to burn?
Whoa, hey! What are you giving it some Come on, hey, come on, putting some of her drink.
Good afternoon. My mother asked me to call. His parents and his grandparents were buried here in your churchyard, and he would like to join them when his time comes.
When is his time expected?
He hasn't got very long.
He's been an Anglican, has he, all the time he's been away?
I don't know, he's not followed any religion. He's just been a good man.
Very well. Though the churchyard is small and space limited, I see no reason why your father, being from Aidensfield, cannot be buried there. I shall, of course, need to meet your mother. As there will be final arrangements to be made. How dare you! Get out! Don't you or your thieving family dare show your face here again.
People can be horrible when they show their true colours.
They're afraid more than anything.
Of someone mucking up their cosy little life. Doesn't it bother you how easily the village can turn against us?
Don't worry. We're here to stay.
Over here, Constable.
So, how much has been stolen, sir?
They took the cash box with the Easter offertory. It was £50 or so. The key was in the cupboard. I suppose anyone could have found it.
What do you want?
You, out of here.
No. We can't move.
Oh, yes, you can. If you're not hitched up to your trailers in 10 minutes, we're going to tow you away ourselves.
No! You stop that! You get off! Don't you dare lay a finger on this woman's property.
Keep out of this, Mrs. Rowan. If your husband won't help us, then we must sort things out ourselves.
There's a sick man in here. If you attempt to move him...
He's dying! He should be in hospital! We want that brat who vandalised the church. Come on, fellas.
That's right, let's put it around the end there.
It's one of your own people in there.
He's not one of ours. He's been gone 30 years. He's a bloody jippo.
Get off home, all of you, you bloody animals. Get off home.
You stay out of this, George. We're doing what's right for the village.
Get off home, Jim Clayton, before I clock you one.
If I'd known you'd take their side, George, I'd never have drunk ale in your pub.
If I'd known you were such a prat, I'd never have served you.
Rowan? Do you recognise this?
Please come quick, they're attacking my mother.
Stay there.
Go on, Jerry. Go on. Go on.
Leave, darling!
Don't trouble yourselves. We're going.
I came back here to see my birthplace before I died. I've seen enough. I'm ashamed to have been born here.
If I see any of you out here in 30 seconds, I'll have the lot of you for riot. Now go home. Now. There he is. Are you deaf? I said go home.
Wait, Milos! Come here.
Where were you between 10 and midnight last night?
Forgive the intrusion, Mrs. Laszlo, but I'd like permission to search your caravan.
Is this necessary, Sergeant?
A serious crime has been committed, Dr. Rowan.
What crime?
A cash box has been stolen from the church.
Search the place. Set it apart. No son of mine ever stole from a church.
Right, Rowan.
Is he really dying, Doctor?
How well do you know him?
We were like brothers, you know. We used to have some great laughs together. What's Blaketon up to now? Milos in more trouble?
He's in trouble even by your standards, Mr. Greengrass.
Where were you last night?
Walking. Isn't that good enough for you?
No. Do you recognize this?
Where did you get that?
In church.
Amongst the wreckage. I'm gonna have to charge you.
But I gave that handkerchief to Anna.
Yes, Milos gave it to me.
But you lost it.
Sort of.
When?
Yesterday.
At what time yesterday?
You think Milos stole from the church?
When did you last have this handkerchief?
He wouldn't do that. He's not that sort of person.
I'm sorry, Anna. We have evidence connecting Milos with the break-in.
What? That handkerchief you keep waving around. The evidence must be wrong. Milos was with me all night.
Anna, what are you saying?
He was with me. He slept with me all last night.
Are you prepared to swear to that?
Of course.
Anna, what are you doing?
I'm protecting an innocent man.
Constable, this just isn't true. I've seen the fascination she has for this young man. I was frightened she might do something she might later regret.
And?
I was in my study all night. No one came into the house. No one went out of it. My daughter is lying.
How could you do that? Spy on me. You make me sick.
I want to thank you for what you did out there. You and George Warder. I never thought the old sod had it in.
If we got you back into hospital, you'd be much more comfortable.
And have them chopping bits out of me. Nay, lass. I'm a goner. If I'm gonna die, I might as well die in one piece.
You're in pain now, Joe. It's going to get worse and harder for Maria and the family.
We have discussed it, and with the boys. It's what we want.
We won't trouble you for much longer. We've seen Aiden's field again. I know where my home is. On the road. And under the wide sky. And that's where I'll die. And you can throw my ashes to the wind.
Mr. Greengrass, the police have arrested Milos.
I know.
Don't you mind what happens to him? He was with you all last night.
You are?
I saw you call for him in the village. I know where you were going.
You don't know anything.
I know a lot. Milos showed me where you hide your snares and traps and your salmon nets in the river. He told me about the supplier in York you sell to and the sort of money you make.
Should have told you all that.
Maybe, but he shouldn't go to prison either.
Well, it's no good me saying out, is it? We're both finished up in prison.
So he was with you?
Yes, all right.
So tell the police where Milos was last night.
No, it's this bloody handkerchief. See, they're all standing in the street. There's the vicar, Anna, Jamie and Milos. Now, the vicar takes it off Anna, throws it at Milos, then they all walk away. So, who picked it up and who left it in the church?
Well, if it wasn't Milos...
It was someone trying to frame Milos. So who wants him out of the way?
Jamie, obviously.
Yeah, he's dead jealous.
What about the vicar? He's a very possessive father.
You don't think a vicar would burgle his own church?
Or at least he'd know where to find the money. And would Jamie really muck up his own car?
No, the likeliest suspect is still the one in the cells. Hello.
Mr. Greengrass has something to tell you.
I don't believe you.
I tell you, Milos was with me both nights, and that is the truth.
Greengrass, you are totally unacquainted with the truth.
You said you could prove it.
I can, but I want immunity from prosecution.
You're wasting my time, Greengrass.
Look, Mr. Blaketon, he were with me on Ashfordley's estate, both nights. I mean, take him there. He'll show you every snare, every line we laid. Lads are natural. It's just like seeing old Joe Whittle running again.
You never cease to amaze me, Greengrass. You could have set those snares any time in the last week.
You don't honestly think I'd come in here and confess to you to poaching if it weren't the truth?
Much as it galls me, Greengrass, you know I can't do you for poaching unless we've had a complaint. And we haven't.
Well, it's not my fault.
So this is a bloody waste of time. Two thieves don't make an alibi. So just get out!
You don't think he'll go down, do you, Mr. Owen?
Well, Sergeant Blaketon thinks he's got a pretty fair case against him.
He can't. I mean, Milos were with me. I mean, surely you don't think I'd come and confess to Blaketon just for the hell of it, do you?
Now, for once, Claude, I believe you. But we've got evidence that puts Milos in the church.
Really?
We found his handkerchief there. Half the village can identify it.
Oh, well, Jamie Hunter picked that up off the road after the vicar had taken it off Anna.
How do you know?
Well, I saw him. I was there.
Would you swear to this in court? Would you?
Well, why didn't you tell me this handkerchief were all that important in the first place?
Who's there? What do you want? I know who you are. Come out and fight, you gypsy bastard.
You got the wrong man, Jamie. Why did you break into the church?
I don't know what you're talking about.
You're not acting very innocent, Jamie.
I know nothing about the church.
Now, if you'd left it at planting the toolbox, you might have got away with it. How do you explain this?
I showed him to your room. Why did you do it, Jamie? For a girl.
Well, no one told me about her, the way she lied. Well, no one told me about her, how many people cried. But it's too late to say you're sorry. How would I know? Why should I care? bother trying to find her. She's not there. Well, let me tell you about the way she looked, the way she had hair, the color of her hair. Her voice was soft and cool, her eyes were clear and bright, but she's not there.
Let's go.
Well, no one told me about her. What could I do? Well, no one told me about her. Well, they all knew. But it's too late to say you're sorry. How would I know? Why should I care?
I didn't see Anna staying in Aidensfield.
Joe Whittle would be glad to be out of it too.
I still think he should be in hospital.
That's not what he wanted. Just think of him as the one that got away. Oh, God, you're moving us out? Feels like you packed half the house. Well, we're nearly there.
We've only done a couple of miles.
Feels like 20.
Well, you're the one who wanted to see the waterfalls.
Is there a pub round here?
No.